Well, hello there, you wonderful humans, and welcome to what's probably going to be an absolute disaster. Is it going to be fun? Absolutely. Is it most likely going to be an absolute disaster? 100,000%. It's going to be a hot mess, but I do hope you all enjoy what we have in store. Basically, over the course of, I guess, has it almost been a week now? It feels like it's almost been a week of us creating this. I got Safi sitting literally like on my chair right here. He was trying to get behind me, but didn't quite work out for her. But we've been spending on Twitch the better part of like the last week of creating something that I think is going to be really, really fun. Is it my original idea? No. There is a content creator called Doug who did like this whole AI thing with AI and D&D. Safi, what are you doing? Why are you... What? You really want to sit like on my butt? Is that what you're... She's just trying to get behind me. Safi, who's your good baby? Doing? What? She's just been sitting there trying to figure out what she's doing with her life. But what I did do was kind of take, like, the stuff that he did for that wasn't made open source, but gave me the idea, and I wanted to try and do it myself, which has been a lot of fun. So we do have this Python program going. We've built this. I did take one of his open source things for getting like AI agents to talk to each other, but then had to completely redo it to allow for like a whole bunch of different things, like basically like agent queuing. So that way they actually get in a queue if I reference them by name. We can actually have them talk if we press a specific button, if we want to say like, hey, this is a particular character's turn. Basically, we have full control over the AIs, but they also have full control over themselves. Like we have this one file. This is kind of like their go-to source of who they are, what they're all about, how they interact with the world, how they interact with the party. Essentially, everything that these AIs know about themselves is in this file. This file calls all that stuff, and we should be able to have a fun time with it. So she wants under the blanket. That's exactly what she wants. It's pretty cold. It is pretty cold. So that is what we are doing today. Now, I've worked on this little story to put them through. This is our first time really actually testing to see how this works. It's going to be unhinged. It's going to be probably a mess. I wanted to actually have like maps made and that we can move them around the maps. But I didn't get like this. I wanted to actually have like a screen capture mode where they would actually see everything happening in real time and be able to react to it. But I didn't get that working the way that I wanted to in time. So I scratched that idea, and we're not going to have maps this time, but we will have character icons, tokens. They'll be able to talk and everything. And we're going to get started. We can see the windows. Oh, yeah. All right, so let me figure out where my music is coming from right now, because I need to stop that. But that's kind of the backstory. So what we're going to do to start is, let's get a good song for starting here. Before we start, I'm going to have the AIs introduce themselves, and y'all can even ask them questions if you want, and we can get you acquainted with the three AIs. We made these on Twitch, so Twitch chat actually got to decide everything about these characters that we're running through today. It's not my fault. Their personas are strictly created by the community, okay? I take no fault for the things that are going to happen during this stream. This is not my fault. Whoever comes to Twitch is the ones that get to create this debaucherous environment for us. We'll see how it goes. I'll let you all be introduced. They're all in jail right now, essentially. So I'll let them introduce each other while they're in jail before things start. It's gonna be a little bit offset. I didn't want to make a new scene for this. Let me close this window. I just need to open up a couple windows in the background so that way I can easily access them. I'm still working on generating some of the imagery that I need for this to flow well. So I'm still trying to make some of the characters and things too. It's been a day. Rhea has the worst timing. What happened for Rhea? Oh no. Is that a sausage in your pocket? Are you happy to see me? So I guess one of the things that I should do is allow you all to see the characters in their full glory. I was going to have like full tokens for this. And they were going to move around the map, but obviously I didn't get that done in time. If you guys enjoy this and you want to see more of this, then I'll have more stuff built next time. Or if there's people in the community that want to help. This is a lot of freaking work for one person to do. I wasn't ready for the amount of work that I was going to put into this, which is why I haven't been streaming as much. So here is Bertrand. We'll have Bertrand introduce himself first. So this is Bertrand. And then we'll show the other ones too. I guess, are you married to Gary? Oh, I can help. You may not like it, but I'll do it. Oh my God. Y'all are the worst. The absolute worst. Where do I want my chat to be today? I'm going to put chat over here. I'm still trying to get everything kind of where I need it to be for reading everything. I have a whole scenario planned out. It's kind of like a roguelite. So, these are all the different areas that can go. I'm covering where it's listed. So, and then there's an ending. I didn't name the ending, so y'all can't see it. But they have all these choices of what they can make and where they go. But anyways, let's have Bertrand introduce himself. Bertrand, would you please introduce yourself to our wonderful YouTube community and tell us what your favorite thing in life is? There it is. I forgot to activate. There we go. Gary is holding out for the furry-tailed love of his life. I was hoping Red Dead to stream, but wow, this looks like it's going to be hilarious. Oh, just you wait. Well, Bertrand.
Greetings to all the cheddar-craving champions of the internet. I am the symphonic maestro of rump roars, the bardic virtuoso of cacophony, serenading you with my undeniable genius. If life's a wheel of cheese, dearest viewers, I'm the moldy masterpiece rolling through your hearts and smashing your nostrils.
Yep, so that's Bertrand. He's a bard wielding a butt trumpet, and he has a fascination for cheese. So, this is going to be ridiculous. Let's have Haggis introduce himself next. Is he a Wisconsinite? Probably. So this is Haggis. He is a one-legged, half-blind meat dealer who has meat in his pockets. He's obsessed with meat. That's his whole thing in life. And he likes to give random people all of his meat any chance he can get. So welcome, Haggis. Haggis, would you please introduce yourself to our wonderful YouTube community and tell them what your favorite thing in life is? I can relate to loving cheese. Oop. I said his name wrong. Haggis, would you please introduce yourself to our wonderful YouTube community and tell them what your favorite thing in life is? There we go. Sometimes it spells it wrong. I should have put a dependency down for that so it wouldn't mess up, but it is. It takes a second for them to respond. But we have their heads move when they respond and everything too, which is pretty cool.
Well, you lovely loonies of the YouTube realms. I'm here to declare that the name's Haggis. Me favorite thing in life? Why, it's meat, of course. Preferably free, greasy, and preferably dripping down my chin while I'm petting a dangerous lassie or dodging a smug elf bards flirting. Here's the wild tales and even wilder nights.
Oh my God. I should probably have them tell their backstories, but maybe that would have been a better start to this, I suppose. Good Lord. The trouble that we're going to get into with this is be out of control. I guess is even better. Yeah. Just wait for Gary. Gary, would you please introduce yourself to our wonderful YouTube community? Is it possible to put subtitles for them? Yeah, actually.
Greetings, my dazzling darlings of the digital realm. I am the illustrious Gary the Fairy Wizard, spreading chaos, donuts, and seduction wherever I waddle. Prepare your senses for an assault of glitter, cheeky winks, and scandalous squeals, because, beloved audience, you have entered my twinkling domain.
What? Okay. All right. Why does Gary sound like Tag? Because I voiced him. I trained the AI on my voice for Gary. So that's a thing. That is a thing that we did. So those are the, oh, I forgot to show Gary's image. The audacity. There's Gary. Good old Gary. I will fight wars for Gary. Twinkling domain. Okay, so those are our three characters. All right. Oh, Lord have mercy. I have no idea how this is gonna go. It's gonna take a bit. We got to figure out if this is gonna actually work. Those legs, though, he got legs for days. You know, you doing the recording for his voice was amazing. Oh man. Okay, so that's good. That's good. How could you do that to Gary? Do y'all have anything you want to ask any of these three characters before we start? That way you can get to know them better, because if you didn't join the Twitch chat, you don't know them very well. I'll take one question for each of the characters, and I will literally read it just as you ask, and we'll see what they say, and then we'll get started. So if you have any questions for any of the three characters, we need one for each, and then we will start. So Jaylin, thank you for the 38 months. How do they meet? Unfortunately, they only just met. I can tell you that one. They only just met because they're currently in jail. I won't have them answer that one because they technically haven't met yet. They're all meeting while in jail right now. This project might be just my alley and looks like a ton of fun. Honestly, I'll take any help I can get with this. The hardest part was making the story and all the tokens and maps and everything, but that's a problem for another day. Bertram, how much cheese do you consume in a day? Oh my God. Okay. Bertrand, how much cheese do you consume in a day? Is that a wooden leg or a lump of meat? Oh my God. Reveal the location of the sacred cheese caves.
Ah, the age-old question of my dairy devotion. I consume so much cheese that my insides resemble a fondue fountain of pure artistry. You might say I kiss a new wheel every hour, because how else shall my symphonies soar to the pungent heavens?
Ah, yes. Ah, yes. All right, let's see what other questions. What kind of meat is your sausage made from? Oh my God. Haggis, what kind of meat is your sausage made from? A wheel of cheese is like $800. Oh my God. Oh man. I gotta make sure to say his name right. Haggis, what kind of meat is your sausage made from? I've never had this problem until now, but here it is. It keeps not spelling his name right when I gotta queue him up for a prompt. All right, do y'all have a question for Gary?
Me sausages are crafted from the finest blend of mystery meats you can imagine. Bits that'd make a butcher blush and a vegan faint. A wee bit of pig, a hint of something that barked, and maybe an exotic beastie
Not
thrown
the
in
dogs!
for spice. You never truly know what you're getting, but isn't that half the fun?
Oh my God. I'm afraid. I am afraid. Did you code any of this tag? Yeah, it was a combination of, so I'll show it once more. Gary, can you tell us your, oh, there we go. Gary, can you tell us what your favorite type of woman is? So the idea for the project started from an AI chatbot that Doug made.
My dearest inquiring minds, my favorite type of woman is one who can handle a glitter bomb with grace and a giggle. She must be as enchanting as a moonlit puddle and possess the audacity to withstand my lyrical lunacy. Bonus points if she's got a penchant for swing sets and sacred sink dunkings.
What? Why did he say it so slow? Oh my God. Why does he say it so slow? Gracie, thank you for becoming a bean. Oh my God. Okay, so I'll show once more what the can I show it? Essentially, I started with a base project that was open source that Doug started with just a chatbot that would argue about video games. And then I spent the next 2 days either coding myself or working with ChatGPT to implement the things that I couldn't figure out. And it was just a combination of learning how Python works, using ChatGPT, understanding what Doug made, and kind of working back and forth between that to try and make this. And it's come out very, very well. I didn't know Python at all before this. Arguably still barely know it, but it works. And that's the important part. It works. Okay, so Haggis should have more of a Scottish accent. Look, this is as good as it's gonna get, all right? I tried. We spent a long time messing with Haggis's voice, and it got really weird there for a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this, and hopefully y'all enjoy the absolute atrocities that's going to happen. So we'll start off here, and I apologize if this is just, we're kind of winging it today because I don't know where things are going to break yet. I really don't. And kind of the goal today is to at least start, right? To at least start to use this, because I have a penchant for starting projects and then never using them, and I had to get over that and actually at least try and finish this one. What's in the cup? A bottle of water. It's my second favorite programming language. Hell yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and start this. Let's get the right music queued up. God, I have so many tabs open. Let's just do... Okay. So to set the scene for all of you, our three AIs have never met. All right. They're about to meet right now. I'm going to set the scene and we're going to see where things go. You awaken to the ache of stone pressing into your back. The stink of piss and stale ale choking the air. Cold sweat clings to damp walls. Torchlight dripping across iron bars. Straw mats stick to the floor, alive with scurrying rats. Chains bite into raw wrists, every twitch sending rusted links scrapping. Your gear sits just beyond the reach in a burlap sack, its shape sagging pitifully. One stone in the wall juts unevenly, and mortar cracked around it veins. The corridor door moans open. Two guards step in, boots striking with soldiers' rhythm. Between them strides the Baron, a tall, lean man wrapped in wolf pelts, whose glassy eyes gleam in the firelight. His ivory cane ticks on the stone, each strike sharp as a noose rope creaking. He pauses before the bars, pale face tilting, expression cut from cruelty and amusement alike. You drank yourselves blind in the square, brawled with the watch, and in your drunken bravado, managed to set the tavern alight. Three fools who turned a night's revel into ruin. The villagers bay for your necks. At dawn you would have danced on my gallows, and the town would have cheered. A faint smile slices across his face as he raises the cane. Frost and fire coil together and lash across your skin. Veins ignite, bones burn, and marrow freezes. The stink of scorched hair floods the cell. But I despise waste. A curse gnaw at you now. Each dawn, frost will close your lungs. Each dusk, fire will choose your morrow. Days, perhaps weeks before you collapse into ash and ice. The cane ticks once more. Bring me the blighted grimoire, locked in the frozen citadel. Return it to me and I will unbind you. Fail and rot. Keep it and it will sing until it owns your soul. Gary, Bertrand, and Haggis, what do you do? I liked it being read to me more. Oh, God. Oh, did it break? Oh, no, that might have been too long for it. Oh, shoot. We found a bug. Is this what you've been working on Twitch? Yeah, I found a bug. God dang it, I've never read something that long before. Okay. I unfortunately have to reread it. Too long of a prompt? Yep. Y'all can see what happened. It froze. Oh my God, it's way too long of a prompt. Cast fireball. We choose to do nothing. God. Okay. All right, let's restart that. Your melodious voice was giving too much aura. Oh, shush. Oh, shush. I don't need the blanket anymore. I'm a little bit warmed up now. All right, apologize. I got to reread that. Ooh, actually, I got to erase their history here real quick. So we're going to rerun it. Now that I know that, I know to make my prompts shorter. So that's not going to be a problem anymore. And it's really only a problem for the intro, because I really wanted to set the scene. Should have tested that first. Stable. Just get rid of the cache. I probably should have done this to begin with. After y'all had them introduce themselves anyways. Restarting. We need a DM on a 5th grade level tag. That's me. The unfortunate part is a lot of this I'm gonna have to wing. It's just that we're taking on a wing and a prayer right now. All right, so let's go. We got this. You awaken to the ache of stone pressing into your back, the stink of piss and stale ale choking the air. Cold sweat clings to damp walls, torchlight dripping across iron bars. Straw mats stick to the floor, alive with scurrying rats. Chains bite into raw wrists, every twitch sending rusted links scrapping. Your gear sits just beyond reach in a burlap sack, its shape sagging pitifully. One stone in a wall just juts unevenly, mortar cracked around it like veins. The corridor door moans open, 2 guards step in, boots striking with soldiers' rhythm. Between them strides the Baron, a tall and lean man wrapped in wolf pelts whose glassy eyes gleam in the firelight. His ivory cane ticks on stone, each strike sharp as a noose rope creaking. He pauses before the bars, pale face tilting, expression cut from cruelty and amusement alike. Why is the door moaning? Because it likes to moan. Oh no, more bugs. Oh no. There we go, I gotta do this. Okay. The corridor door moans open, 2 guards step in, boots striking with soldiers' rhythm. Between the strides, the Baron, tall and lean, and wrapped in wolf pelts, whose glassy eyes gleam in the firelight, his ivory cane ticks on the stone, each strike sharp as a noose rope creaking. He pauses before the bars, pale face tilting, expression cut from cruelty and amusement alike. You drank yourselves blind in the square, brawled with the watch, and in your drunken bravado, managed to set the tavern alight. 3 fools who turned a night's revel into ruin. The villagers bay for your necks. At dawn, you would have danced on my gallows, and the town would have cheered. A faint smile slices across his face. as he raises the cane. Frost and fire coil together and lash across your skin. Veins ignite, bones burn, and marrow freezes. The stink of scorched hair floods the cell. But I despise waste. A curse will gnaw at you now. Each dawn, frost will close your lungs. Each dusk, fire will chew your marrow. Days, perhaps weeks, before you collapse into ash and ice. The cane ticks once more. Bring me the blighted grimoire, locked in the frozen citadel to the north. Return it to me, and I will unbind you. Fail and rot. Keep it, and it will sing until it owns your soul. So that's how. Why is my prompt capability so low? Okay, there we go. Bring me the blighted grimoire, locked in the frozen citadel. Return it to me, and I will unbind you. Fail and rot. Keep it, and it will sing until it owns your soul. Gary, Bertrand, and Haggis, what do you do? Okay, there we go. Okay, we're good now. I know how long to make my prompts to it. I can fix that, but I'm not going to fix it now because we'd have to just do all sorts of crazy stuff to do that. There we go. So now it's going to pick a random person to speak first. Oh no. This is going to go.
Oh, darling, speak not of gallows and ash. How about instead I offer you a glittery wiggle and a promise to fetch your precious grimoire with all the grace of 1,000 fantabulous fairies. And just between us, if you're looking for a little frost and fire of your own, I'm sure I can light your world in other ways. Wink, wink.
What the hell? Oh my god. All right. I'm letting each of them talk. Because, yep. Gertrude, is that you? Not a glittery wiggle.
You're madder than a cabbage on a Sunday. Fetch your wee grimoire. Aye, but first let me free, and I'll cook ye a meat pie so divine, it'll make your taste buds tap dance. Just pray it's rare and savory.
Oh my
Not
god.
like them screeching cabbages that plot dark curses, eh?
He doesn't like cabbages, for all of you that weren't here on Twitch. He has an extreme fear of vegetables.
My dear tormentor, it seems cheesy fate intertwines us in a dance of death and dairy. Fetch your grimoire I shall, but promise me this, a wheel of camembert to savour as I stride through doom. Let us not forget, though, that every morn my lungs shall be a frosty fromage, and every eve aflame with cheddar fury smashing.
Oh my god. I think he's trying to roll to see if he's going to do a check on that. We'll have him roll okay. I don't think he's got a chance to actually be able to do that. Let's see here. If he rolls a 15 or higher, we'll let him get away with that. All right. Bertrand, if you roll a 15 or higher, you convince the Baron to provide you, I guess, a cheese roll. A cheese wheel. And you roll. Oh no. Oh no. You rolled a 15. Congratulations. The Baron will now provide you with a wheel of cheese. Did that show up? Oh no. Oh, it showed the second one. That's super
Rejoice,
laggy.
my lactose-loving soul. A wheel of cheese to herald my heroic quest. I'm practically creaming my britches with thrill. As the cheddar gods have ordained, I shall weave destiny with crumbs of Gouda and echoes of farts, smashing.
Jesus Christ. Okay. That was unnecessary. That was absolutely absolutely unnecessary. Okay. Now that Bertrand's convinced him to provide you all with a wheel of cheese, in addition to not dying, I would like you all to talk amongst yourselves on if you are going to go on this quest or not. So Gary, Bertrand, and Haggis, talk amongst yourselves and decide if you're going to go on this quest to retrieve the grimoire. You sure you shouldn't be doing this on Twitch instead? I might need to, honestly. All right, here comes Gary.
Oh, darlings, imagine the glory. A daring romp through a frozen citadel, cheese wheel in hand, and a promise of freedom as my pants shimmy down from excitement. Let's prance into danger, my lovelies, with fairy dust farts and courageously wiggling bums.
Did Gary... we're gonna ignore the pants falling down. We didn't need to know that at all. Sour cream is fine. Creamy oat milk is cool. So descriptive.
Ah, my fellow agents of cheese-fueled chaos, let us gallivant into this icy nightmare with reckless abandon and perhaps a touch of Gouda-inspired lunacy. I feel a prophecy deep in my stinkiest limb that speaks of victory, flatulence, and a particularly adventurous fondue.
What's with
Onward
the stinkiest
to
limb?
miserable glory and dairy-soaked legends. Smashing!
Why does he have a stinky limb? I didn't tell him he had a stinky limb, but he does now, apparently. That's not my fault.
Ugh, a frozen romp sounds fine, as long as I can snag some ice-fermented sausage along the way. Besides, if fire and frost take me, at least I'll melt into a puddle of drippy cheddar bliss, eh? Let's chase this grimoire and roast marshmallows or the flames of doom while we're at it.
Oh my god. It's canon that Gary's pants are at his ankles for this adventure. -3 points to just for dexterity. All right, so I guess you all agree to go on this with little to no questions asked for some strange reason. You all didn't even care to ask a single question to the Baron, but that's fine. The Baron's smile deepens. He flicks his cane, and a silver key and a rolled parchment map clatters across the floor. The map is crude, drawn in dark ink, but clear enough. A road north, marked with stops. A tavern, woods, a mountain pass, crossroads, shrines, rivers, marshes. All sorts of things are on this map, and a citadel drawn as a spire of black ice. The bugs I'm encountering. These weren't bugs I saw before. The Baron now says, use them well. Every sunrise will remind you of what waits if you fail. He turns and leaves, wolf pelts dragging across the stones. The two guards now unlock your chains, and you are free to explore the cell that you are in and retrieve your belongings. And you're also free to leave. You can also ask the guards things. You can pretty much do whatever you want now because you are cursed. Maybe there's more things to find in this area. Gary, what do you do? I've been lurking a lot lately. Hello, forfeit. I guess we need to implement polls in here as well for y'all to be able to have them do... Oh, actually, what should they do before they leave? Here we go. Start a poll.
Oh, glorious freedom. These chains chafed worse than a clingy lover, my sweet babbling brook. I shall retrieve my fuzzy slippers and sacred loofah, for no adventure shall happen without such holy artifacts. And to the guards, a saucy wink, a flirtatious twirl, and a request. Darlings, where might a mischievous fairy wizard find the nearest sink for a quick purification ceremony?
What? Why did he start talking so fast? Oh my god. All right. I didn't know he had a sacred loofah. That's new lore now. So I don't know. There's gonna be a lot of lore that y'all discover about these characters as we go. I am so unbelievably sorry. I can't watch and eat my dinner. Is there anything you all would like? Go ahead and type in chat if there's anything you want them to do before you leave, before they leave. There are things to do in here if one were to deduce what those were from the entry scene. But really took what they were given and went with it. They really did. Haggis, what are you going to do?
Aye, first things first. Retrieve me beloved Bologna pocket square and hot dog water flask. Gotta keep classy.
Ah, yes, classy.
Then maybe charm the guards with a slap on the back and a hearty "wanna taste my meat?" while causally checking for any hidden snacks.
Oh, okay. All right, here we go. Here we go. I guess needs to check for available meat sources like the rats. Okay. All right, here we go. So we've got a thing here. Okay, Haggis. You're going to roll to, I guess, seduce the guards and check their pockets for snacks and other items. If you roll, because you're not doing this stealthfully, a 15 or higher, you successfully seduce and check their pockets for random things. If you fail, they catch you trying to rummage through their pockets. You rolled a 1. It couldn't have gone any worse. Nothing like a nat 1. Oh boy. The guards catch you actively trying to rummage through their pockets and are not very happy. What do you do? Oh my god. Starting strong. Oh, it's starting so strong.
Oh, apologies, lads. Just a wee case of the itchy fingers, you know. Thought I smelled a smuggled sausage. How about I make it up to you with a taste of my top-shelf hot dog water for starting your day off right, eh?
Okay. Not the hot dog water. Hot dog water? If you offered me whiskey, I would have taken it. And he slaps the hot dog water flask out of your hands and slaps you across the face. I'm not good at improv. We're going to find that out real quick. Oh, no.
Ah, you slapped hotter than a jalapeno slapshot, mate. Hot dog water's a rare delicacy, you Philistine, but no harm done. I'll let it slide, like me on a grease slick.
Oh, no. Haggis used grease slick. Haggis used a grease slick, and you toss scraps of meat at your feet, creating a slippery patch. If anybody walks on it, they have to save or fall prone. Oh my god. The two guards look at you very awkwardly as you throw random bits of meat on the floor and offer to take all of you out of the actual cell so you can continue on your merry way on the quest that the Baron gave you. But we still have to figure out what Bertrand's doing. Meat vomit. top shelf, what's cheap hot dog water
Ah,
like?
my grateful grunters of justice, let us sashay forth with the elegance of a half-melted brie on a summer's day. Though the meat slick revelled in its gooey goodness, I shall abstain, for cheese is my mistress, and I'm a loyal lover. Lead on, so we may serenade destiny with a bastard symphony of farts and fromage. Smashing!
The random smashings, man. You actively DMing, or is AI generating your reading too? Actively DMing. Can you not tell by my horrible way that I'm trying to talk them through this? We have character sheets for these illustrious adventurers. Y'all will just have to figure it out on your own. I do have like a little cheat sheet of like, if they use a skill, it pops up with the skill. Thankfully, it wasn't an attack skill. He spread his meat all over the ground. But what they don't know is that now they have to walk across this slick of old, nasty meat. And now they have to roll a save to not slip on it and fall prone. So, yeah, that's great. That's fantastic. Okay. Good Lord. Where are we at right now? Okay. The dungeon guards look down at the nasty display of meat on the ground and usher all three of you forward to escort you out of the cells and back into the city. Unfortunately, due to Haggis's meat display, you now have to roll a save to cross this meaty, slick path. And you need to roll at least a 10 or higher, or you fall prone. You failed. You failed to save, so Haggis, Bertrand, and Gary, please tell us what happens as you slip and fall prone on Haggis's nasty meat slick. They failed. They failed their saving throws. It's so bad. This is not starting off good. What is this? I'm afraid.
Oh, behold the magnificent tumble as I slip majestically, landing squarely on my prodigious fairy bum. The meat sends me spinning in a glorious shower.
We know where the stinky limb came from. Oh my God.
This rare display of fairy acrobatics. Worry not, darlings, for I'll rise from this slippery debacle with the grace of 1,000 sparkling sausages.
Why? Why? All right, so they're slowly acquiring each other's...
Ah, the audacious ballet of destiny unfolds as I pirouette through this greasy mess with the elegance of a drunken giraffe on a Stilton slide. I find myself flat on my back, serenading the ceiling with a triumphant fart blast from my butt trumpet to announce our undignified halt. A divine prelude to the cheddar-filled chaos that lies ahead.
Jesus Christ. Why the smashing? You know what? I did base his voice off of Nigel Thornberry from the Wild Thornberries. It doesn't...
Oh, I've crafted a masterpiece of misadventure, haven't I? Slipping on me own meat is a tale as old as time's sausages. Flat on me arse, I'll just lie here and reflect on the beauty of gravity and greasy glory while contemplating how to make it part of the plan.
Oh, not part of the plan. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Okay. Felt, Haggis. Felt. Oh my God. Okay. Well, they did at least collect all of their belongings. So they do have all of their belongings, which means they did remember they didn't investigate anything, which is unfortunate. maybe they'll learn as we go. These AIs are just raw dogging through life right now, or raw sausaging through life right now. So all three of you slowly get up, now covered in rotting meat slime. You're probably going to stink like rotted meat for a few days unless you take a bath somewhere. But the guards do escort you out. You do have all of your belongings, and as you leave, the dungeon door slams behind you, its echo sealing the promise. Above, the streets lie silvered by moonlight, and 3 roads stretch outward into the waiting dark. The guards still at your side. Oop. Let's see here. The guards are still at your side, but there are 3 roads ahead. The road north winds through fallow fields, where bent scarecrows leer, leading to a crooked tavern of ill repute. The road east sinks into dark woodland, where pale lanterns swing and whispers crawl in the mist. The road west climbs into broken mountains, carts overturned, and a mine mouth ringing with endless clangs. To begin your journey, do you continue interacting with the guards? Or what of the 3 roads do you decide to take? Haggis, Bertrand, and Gary, talk amongst yourselves about what you should do. Which road do you take? We've built this kind of as like a roguelite, so they kind of have free choice to explore the world as they see fit.
My stink-laden comrades, let us heed the whispers of destiny guided by my miraculous sock compass. The road north, with its tavern of ill repute, calls to my soul like a siren of fermented delights and questionable hygiene, truly an ideal abode for a bard of my stature. Plus, who could resist the allure of scarecrows leering approvingly at our cheese-filled quest? Smashing!
Oh my god. So, Bertrand has a sock that always points to the nearest tavern. So I forgot about the sock compass. I should have known if Bertrand went first. He's always gonna go to the tavern. Always gonna go to the tavern.
Oh, the tavern calls to me like the sweetest of fairy serenades, promising flirtations and frolics amidst its questionable charms. I'm positively tingling with anticipation to spread my glitter and perhaps my wings a smidge. Who knows, maybe I'll even seduce a scarecrow or 2. Let us prance northward, darlings, with the promise of ill repute and heavenly mischief.
Aye, a tavern sounds as fine as free bacon to a starving pig. Let
What?
those scarecrows leer. I'll show 'em me finest Bologna pocket square and charm 'em senseless. Onward to ale, adventure, and
Oh my
maybe
God.
a missing pair of trousers by the end of it.
Why a missing pair of trousers? Okay. Are you sure you don't want to discuss any other options? I mean, the tavern definitely seems like it.
Discuss more options? Bah! I'm hungry for shenanigans and mediocre ale. Unless Gary's up for a moonlit waltz with whispering trees, my mind's set like a rock-hard salami. Let's taste what meaty troubles await up north. Aye!
I'm surprised they haven't died yet, honestly. So I guess they're gonna go north. Okay. Didn't choose to talk to the guards. Didn't really choose anything. The road north leads through fallow fields. Wheat husks rattling in the wind like whispers of old harvests. Crooked scarecrows slump on broken stakes, their stitched smiles spitting wide in the moonlight. At the bend squats a tavern that looks ready to fold in on itself, roof sagging, walls warped as though softened by rain. A wooden sign hangs by rusted hooks, painted with a foaming mug that spills endlessly. It swings and screeches with every gust. And my nose itches so bad. Ugh. YouTube's having problems. Yep, turned on the stream to rock hard salami. Welcome, welcome, welcome to rock hard freaking salami time. Inside, the tavern presses down with smoke. Low rafters sag under years of soot, blackening beams into crooked ribs. The smell of burnt stew clings stubbornly to the air, mingling with the sour tang of spilled ale. Dice rattle across a warped table in the corner, bouncing too high before crashing down as gamblers roar, approval or curse their luck. I'm just making sure that the prompts are coming through good. A bard hunches by the wall, dragging a mournful broken tune from a lute with half its strings missing. At the bar, a plump woman with works with cloth around a tankard. Her motions brisk and practiced. Her eyes lift. When she notices you, her smile warms, though it lingers more in the gesture than the eyes themselves. All right, I gotta update the scene here. I forgot. We need to update the map. The audacity of me forgetting to update my own map. I really wish my face wasn't so itchy right now, though. Oh, I didn't have a better map, I guess, for this. Get rid of the NPCs. There's the barkeep. Add that one for now. Okay. I guess we'll have them talk to each other again. Upon entering the tavern, Gary, Bertrand, and Haggis, what do you decide to do? Take some Benadryl. I don't have Benadryl. I have a faith. Need better music. Hold on. We have tavern music.
Ah, the scent of burnt stew and spilled ale. It's like me childhood home. I'll sidle up to the bar lass, flash a grin, and see if she fancies a trade. A tankard of her finest in exchange for a slice of my precious Bologna pocket square. Maybe even place a wager on them dice. After all, me curse could only improve my luck.
Oh my god. All right, so... So he either wants to walk up to the bar and trade bologna for an ale, or to go gamble. Okay. We'll let each of them talk before we do anything, I suppose. Are they still covered in meat juice? Yeah, they're still covered in meat juice.
Ah, this tavern's embrace wraps around me like a smelly cheese cloak of nostalgia. I shall dazzle the mournful bard with a duet, featuring my butt trumpet's melancholy wail. I guarantee they'll find it smashing. Perhaps we can serenade the crowd into a frenzy of cheese-inspired revelry, not to mention butter their souls with my intoxicating charm.
Can I be covered in meat juice? Jesus Christ, no. Absolutely not. Perhaps we can serenade. This is absolutely ridiculous. All right, so Gary's about to talk now. I will never not be surprised by
what a
butt trumpet.
delightful scene ripe for a sprinkle of chaos and fairy dust. I'll glide over to the plump beauty behind the bar, offering a dazzling smile and asking if this tavern has a legendary swing set for a grand swing of destiny maneuver. Perhaps a flirtatious wink shall charm her into sharing a secret or two. After all, who could resist my seductive sparkle?
Who could resist the seductive sparkle? Oh my god, he did use the swing of destiny. Oh my god, he used an ability, so we gotta go with Gary. Okay, so for those of you that don't know about the swing of destiny, it's... So Gary, walking up to the bar, you decide to summon the swing of destiny, which summons a phantom swing set, and whoever gets pushed gains advantage on their next attack, but must scream "wee" as loud as possible as you get pushed. So you summon this phantom swing set at the bar. What do you say to the barkeep to convince her to push you on the swing set? The grand swing of destiny. I hate that I can read it before he says it.
Oh, enchantress of ales, how could one resist such grace at your fingertips? Behold the swing of destiny, ready to bestow divine blessings with every push. Imagine the tales you'd weave of propelling a fairy wizard to greatness. What say you, darling, to a push and a wee? No,
Is he broken?
I'll echo through the annals of history.
He broke a little. He broke a little bit. Oh my god. I don't even know how to respond as a character to that. I have no idea. I think I just went through a wormhole. I don't know if I was not ready for the swing set of destiny to be whipped out at a bar for no reason. Okay. Okay, Gary. The barkeep, having seen you summon a random swing set in her bar, you have to roll a 15 or above to convince the barkeep to push you on this swing set. Now, we'll go with a 13 or higher to push you on the swing set. And you better grace her with some kind of reward for this if you win. You rolled a 14. That succeeds. And you are now being pushed on the swing set. What do you do? Oops. You rolled a 14. The barkeep comes from around the bar, ale in hand, hands you an ale, and actively pushes you on the swing set. Not very happy about it, but clearly in need of coin. What do you do? I'm so upset that he won that. Oh god, he did the Wii. It's gonna be broken again.
Oh, the joy of the
It didn't break.
Tavern spins by in a whirlwind of glittering ecstasy. Truly, my dear, you've performed a most heroic deed. To reward such splendiferous service, I bestow upon you this holy crusty pink loofah, a relic of untold cleansing power.
Why? You have money. Why is he giving a crusty pink loofah? Oh my god. Why is it crusty? I don't know why your loofah is crusty, but Haggis and Bertrand, upon seeing this, you should probably pay the barkeep for the ale. Do you push Gary on the swing as well? And do you help pay for the ale that Gary got? Who needs money when you have a crusty pink loofah? Exactly. Oh, god dang it, Haggis.
I'll contribute to the ale fund with a chunk of jerky. Meat's worth its weight in gold to me, after all. As for pushing Gary, I'll give a hearty shove, making sure he gets his full whee experience. And maybe I'll join in swinging with a Bologna flourish. Why not when destiny calls?
Oh my god, okay. Wait, is the crusty loofah the same one that as the blessed loofah? I think it is. I'm not sure, but I think it is.
Oh, Haggis, your push sends me soaring like a majestic fairy comet through this ale-scented galaxy. The power of your Bologna flourish inspires my next glittery adventure. Truly, we are united in this wondrous dance of chaos and whimsy. I say we celebrate with a merry chant of "wee" echoing to the rafters.
I can't with Gary. I hate Gary so much. This is not my fault.
The siren call of the swing of destiny is irresistible, like a sirloin snuggling a cheddar block. I shall pay for Gary's ale with a wedge of my sacred-aged Gouda. After all, true art deserves patronage, and I'll launch him higher than a soaring soprano.
Nobody pays her.
Whee! From my butt trumpet for an unforgettable symphony.
Jesus Christ. Nobody pays her? Nobody? Nobody? The question is, does meat, cheeses, and a crusty loofah equate to the coin she would have acquired had they just paid? Do we allow them to even try and get away with this as payment? Call the bouncer? Like, what the hell? We love Gary. No. We're giving her the best entertainment. Have these three escaped from an asylum? Yeah, it's not going well. It's not going splendidly, to be fair. No, they need to get bounced. She deserves better. A clean loofah, at least. Okay. I wasn't ready for this. Teach him a lesson. Oh my god. Jesus. Okay. I'm letting y'all decide what's going on, so I'm just reading chat at the moment before I give another prompt to these absolutely diabolical characters we've made. Absolutely terrible. Is the multi-class barmaid multi-class as a barbarian? I didn't expect them to get in a fight with the barmaid. Being honest. Hold on, I gotta blow my nose. I don't know. Happy old honkin' honker. Gaze upon the majestic hat of destiny. The precious baby. The most preciousest. The precious. The precious. I'll chip. Well, you know what? Well, they did chip in and pay. Technically, meat and cheeses are valuable, especially cheese. Like, cheese would be valuable. Obviously, I think cheese would be more valuable than an ale from an old ale house, right? Maybe she convinces him for more cheese instead. I heard the butt trumpet of destiny. And the crusty loofah. And the weird part is all three of them are now swinging on this swing at the bar. The bartender is, at the very least, mildly perturbed at your antics in her bar. While cheese and meats are of value, you're either going to have to provide more meat or at least some kind of financial trade. You need gold. All the future drinks have to be paid with money, not meat and cheeses, is what she says. Maybe they're saying that you really should get into swinging. Oh my God.
Fair point, lass. I'll dig through me greasy coat pockets, find a few gold coins buried under sausages, and toss 'em your way like golden treasure. And if that ain't enough, I always got me cursed crooked dice. Maybe high stakes can win us a round or two next.
I don't know if he's actually got like bad things going on here. All right, so Gary, Haggis, and Bertrand, you decide to sit at the bar now that the swing set has been unsummoned. You decide to sit at the bar and hang out with the bartender. What do each of you decide to do? As a reminder, there's the bartender, there's a hooded figure in the corner, and there is gambling going on at one of the tables. Do what Bertrand does first. What about the crusty loofah? She gave him the crusty loofah back. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants the crusty loofah.
The calling of the dice and the thrill of risk tickle my cheesy senses with anticipation. I'll saunter over to the gambling table, offering a dazzling entrance with a flourish and a toot from the butt trumpet, ready to bet my cheese dreams on fortune's whim. Perhaps I'll serenade these gamblers with tales of dairy and daring while the dice dance in my favor.
Jesus Christ. Smashing. I love that it acquired that one particular trait from Nigel Thornberry. Just smashing every chance he gets.
Oh, a hooded figure in the corner, a mysterious allure dripping with secrets just begging to be unveiled. I simply must glide over there with a giggle and a suggestive sparkle in my eye, offering a flirtatious chat laced with fairy dust and innuendos. Perhaps they'll share a tantalizing secret, or at least let me practice my utterly charming fairy pickup line.
Oh my God. Okay. Does nobody stay at the bar? Is nobody staying at the bar? Haggis is definitely going to go gamble. There's no way. It's in his thing. He's staying at the bar. No way. Drunk Gizmo, what's going on?
Aye, the bar beckons me like bacon to a frying pan. I'll slap me new mate the bartender on the back, sharing tales of heroic exploits, both real and wildly imagined, while seeing if she's heard any juicy tavern gossip. Maybe buy her a drink if things get cozy, or at least bribe her with a fresh slice of bologna.
Okay. All right, that was unexpected to say the least. Gary a bard? No, Bertrand's a bard. All right, so who do we want to go with first? Let's start a poll. Who to proceed with first? We got Gary, Bertrand, and Haggis. I like that they split up to the 3 different possible things that they could have done here. They could have all stuck together. So as a rehash, Gary's gonna go talk to the hooded figure. Bertrand wants to go gamble, and Haggis wants to sit at the bar and gain information from the bartender. What part of this has been expected? Honestly, none of it. Absolutely none of it. All right, we need more. This one. Figure out what this poll is. So we got 49%, 47% for Gary, 6% for Birch, 5. Nobody likes Bertrand. Haggis and Gary are dueling it out for who gets to go first. It's so good though, and you're invested. Are you all enjoying this, or is this absolutely terrible? I can't tell. I have no idea. We got 50 votes. I don't even know how many people are watching. How terrible this is. I'm so sorry that I created this debaucherous adventure. I'm just sad you hate Gary. Oh my god. All right, so we're gonna start with Gary. We have to roleplay each of them. We're gonna start with Gary, who was going over to the one person. So Gary, you get the right NPC up, is going over to this hooded figure seated in the corner. I'm right there. That kind of looks fair, right? The cult of Gary. The cult of Gary. All right. So let's see how we start this. The hooded figure sits close to the hearth, the firelight spilling across his hood. His silver amulet catches the glow, glinting with faint frostlight. He does not move when you arrive, but his voice slides from the shadows, steady and deliberate. You seek the north. All men with eyes like yours do. Roads bite harder there, teeth sharper than wolves, hunger colder than winter itself. I have walked them. I remember paths that paper maps forget. Clicking all the wrong buttons. Oh, God. Why is it bugging out? It wasn't doing this the other day. Remember paths. I remember paths that paper maps forget. He turns slightly, the amulet flaring as he shifts. Memory is costly, but cheaper than a grave. Gary, upon talking to this hooded figure, what do you decide to do? Definitely giving me a few laughs already. How hard was it to set something like this up? I'll provide it for all of you to be able to mess with on your own.
Oracle of frosty wisdom, your words dance dangerously close to my ever-curious heart. I offer you this enchanting bag of acorns, blessed with the essence of squirrel whisper, in exchange for your memories and a flirtatious peek at your secrets. Let us walk the paths of knowledge together, darling. I promise only the finest sparkles as gratitude.
Okay, so that's not kind of like gold payment, but it kind of is. I'd take that deal. The enchanting bag of acorns. Okay, so curious, but also bewildered, the man asks, what kind of enchantments are on these acorns, Gary? I love it when he speaks faster. A flirtatious peek at your secrets. Oh, God.
These acorns hold the power of the squirrel whisper, able to beckon the fuzzy and the frisky from all corners of the woodland realm. Consider them your personal squirrel army, loyal, mischievous, and sometimes prone to romantic overtures. And darling, they come with my eternal gratitude and a dash of fairy charm.
So Gary just used a skill called the Squirrel Whisperer. So essentially he's trying to convince this man that these acorns actually hold power. They don't. But he just used a skill called Squirrel Whisperer that allows him to call nearby squirrels. They may help, or they just hump somebody's leg. So I'm gonna do a poll, which is the poll options are help or hump. Help or hump. It's up to you. You all are this hump 100%. Oh my God. Oh Christ. Gary loves using all of his abilities. He can't use a lot of these. I don't know what I'm picking. You know what's gonna happen. I know, that's why I laughed. I'm so happy that there's so many votes so fast for freaking hump. I swear to God. You knew what we'd choose. I did. I'm just gonna end the poll. It was hump. How many squirrels? How many squirrels come rustling through? We'll roll a die for it. We'll roll, just out of curiosity, we'll roll a D10. Three squirrels. All right, 3 squirrels come running in. 37 squirrels. Oh my God. 37 squirrels. Okay. Gary, upon you using Squirrel Whisperer, 3 squirrels come barging in through the windows, through the doors, from the attic, and fill. Well, I guess 3 squirrels really can't fill the tavern, but they do run up to the closest people in the tavern and start humping their legs. You need to convince this man that the acorns have held the power to be able to do this, and that he can then control squirrels. Why you made them hump people, I don't know. Oh God.
Behold the
It is a distraction.
proof of their enchantment. These magnificent little Romeos are at your command, ready to spread squirrely affection and perhaps subtle chaos wherever you desire. Just imagine the power of wielding such charming vibrance who could resist a legion of devoted, leg-hugging guardians.
Oh my God. All right, do we... This is a persuasion check, right? So I do have a, he's got to roll a 14 or higher to persuade him. There's also a chance for a distraction here too. So he's got to roll a 14 or higher for a persuasion check here. He rolled an 11. You needed to roll a 14 or higher to persuade him into your plans. Yeah, it could have been deception. It's fine. It doesn't matter. Anyways, he didn't roll high enough. You did not roll high enough So this isn't quite what he's looking to be able to provide you the information you're looking for. He's not convinced that these acorns hold power. I'm so lost in the sauce right now. But he is very visibly distracted by these squirrels humping random people throughout the bar. And one squirrel scurries up to him and begins humping his leg. You can use this as a distraction to steal or persuade him further. What do you do? The acorns always hold the power. This is not going to end well. I can see why the tavern burned down on their last encounter.
Oh, dearest, it seems my little friends have taken quite the liking to you.
He's just going to talk to him?
Irresistible compliment. While they're busy showering you with affection, let me sweeten the deal with a dazzling display of my tiptoe teleport. Watch closely, and perhaps your memory will be enriched enough to aid a fairy wizard on his quest. With a flourish, I blink 10 feet behind him, leaving a fantastical cloud of glitter as I reappear.
You decide to use tiptoe teleport. And because behind him is a wall, you teleport directly into the wall. And unless you roll higher than a 12, you are knocked unconscious. And the squirrels begin to hump your face. You rolled a 17, so you're not knocked unconscious, but you do fall on the ground and the squirrels are coming for you. What do you do, Gary? Oh. You do fall on the ground. The squirrels are coming for you. What do you do, Gary? Jesus Christ. Bro teleports for nothing. He teleported into a wall like an idiot. Like, I can't control the AI.
My lively little gray cupids. Let's redirect that exuberant energy elsewhere, shall we? With a twirl and a sprinkle of fairy dust, I entice them to follow my lead, prancing playfully across the floor in a gleeful parade of fuzzy fanfare. Perhaps a quick squirrel whisper dance-off to really dazzle our mysterious friend into revealing those icy secrets.
I don't even... What would this check be? Is this a persuasion check? I don't even know. I guess he is saving him from being humped. All three squirrels are now prancing around Gary. This would... performance. It would be a performance. All right, what does he have to roll for a performance? This would be a performance. Are these the voices you were working on? Yeah, they are. It would be performance. It would definitely be performance for sure. Gotta be, right? Is Gary from Cirque du Soleil? No. All right, we'll have him roll a 12 or higher for a performance check. To, I guess, he didn't even ask this dude's name. Not even once. All right, Gary, summoning the squirrels around you. You dance your most amazing fairy squirrel dance. And if you roll higher than a 13, your performance woos the hooded figure and you can continue talking to him. You rolled a 16. Gary is part of Tag. This is terrible. And we still have 3 other characters. This is the worst.
Oh, my darling, witness the unrivaled allure of my fairy squirrel revelry, a twirling spectacle infused with pure enchantment. Surely such a magnificent performance deserves a taste of your treasured knowledge, a little reward for a fairy wizard and his merry squirrel entourage. Whisper your frosty secrets amidst our sparkling jig, and I promise to dazzle you further.
Wow. Okay. Chaos in all of its glory. Okay. All right. Dazzle us, Gary. Dazzle us, you beautiful freak, you. There's some innuendos there. Oh, definitely. All right, so what he says is they've already failed a few haggles, so. Do you haggle with the gallows? I've seen cheaper coffins than your coin. Pay or walk blind, he says to you, Gary. What he says. Bertrand was creaming his pants earlier.
Darling, no need to be so grave. Let me lighten the mood with a charming trade. How about this bag of sprinkles that once clogged an entire royal plumbing system? It's an artifact of true chaos, and surely worth more than a handful of dusty coins.
Absolutely not, he says. Coins? Or get out of here. Maybe some ale would be nice as well. You tell him, Gary. I just visualized that.
Oh, aren't you a tough nut to crack? Very well, I'll sprinkle a little coin your way along with the finest ale this tavern can muster. Consider it a tip for entertaining my shenanigans. Now, about those secrets, handsome.
Handsome? Question mark. Jesus Christ. All right, so here we go. All I have to say is skirt the shrine if bells toll when no wind blows. Climb when the air tastes of coal. And if the snow glows from beneath your boots, you tread a river that does not forgive. Gary's a fever dream. He's a freaking mess. An absolute disaster.
Oh, my enigmatic enchanter. Your riddles tease and tantalize my mind like the most alluring of mysteries.
What?
I cherish these cryptic whispers, weaving them into our frosty quest as a guide. And who knows, perhaps I shall return with tales even more dazzling than fairy dust.
Jesus
Until then,
Christ.
remember, you've been serenaded by the gleam of a fairy wizard swirling mischief.
What? All right. The second one that you guys had was haggis. So we're going to have haggis talk to the barkeep now. Jesus Christ. This is broken. I can't get to my stief. Those poor squirrels. Oh, yeah. We got to have Gary do... Gary, now that you're done trying to apparently woo the hooded man who you didn't even ask what his name was, what do you have the squirrel entourage around you do now that you're done dancing? Gary, is there karma? Monster Brawls. What's going on?
Oh, my darling furry friends, let's end our frolic with a spectacular display of synchronized acorn juggling. Surely this tavern has never seen such a dazzling finale. Once complete, my little romancers can scatter back to the woods, sharing tales of a fairy wizard's capricious charm and the wonders of their newfound squirrel acrobatics. Be free, my fluffy companions, and carry my glittery mischief wherever you roam.
All right, Gary. If your performance of juggling acorns, along with the squirrels juggling acorns, woos the crowd, you will have advantage on all other checks and things that you do, and the entire bar will love you for the rest of the night. But you need to roll a 13 or higher on performance, and you roll a freaking 19. You are the god of the tavern now. You roll a 19. You are the god of the tavern now. I have to fix this so that it doesn't cut me off there when I talk. I don't know why it's doing that. Wasn't doing that before. As he should be.
Behold the true splendor of a fairy wizard at the peak of whimsical brilliance. Thank you, my adoring fans, for your cheers and laughter. Let us revel tonight in this tavern of delights with endless frolics, flirtations, and fun aplenty. Remember, darlings, your hearts have been touched by the most fabulous acorn juggling spectacle ever to grace these hallowed halls.
Okay. Good lord. Him being an icon is an understatement. Jesus. All right, where are we? We got to do Haggis now, right? Haggis, back to you. You're sitting down at the bar now, and the bar counter is scarred and sticky with old ale. Its surface gouged by knives and blackened by candle burns. Mugs clatter as Elsbeth, that's the bartender's name, works a cloth around the tankard, her motion brisk but steady. When she notices you lingering, she sets down a frothing mug with a practiced slide and leans forward, smile sharp but not unkind. That's better, she says. Fire warms the hands, but ale warms the bones. Stay a while. Let the night do its work. Maybe, if you're patient, I'll have a tale to trade for yours. She watches with an expectant tilt of her head, clearly inviting you to drink and talk. Haggis, what do you do?
Right, lassie, I'll stay for the night and enjoy a tanker or three. Might even share me wildest tales, real and imaginary. I'll charm ye with stories of meat-fueled heroics, wager woes, and maybe find out if the ale here can drown out the call of the rogue vegetables.
Wait,
so let's
what?
raise a mug and see where the night takes us.
Okay. So he wants to raise a mug with her, which means he's inviting her to drink with him. Okay. So that's interesting. So Elsbeth, excited about you inviting her to drink, produces a squat clay jug from beneath the counter and pours dark, sharp-smelling spirits. The air stings with its bite. Big words, she says. Let's see if you can drink like you boast. A contest, then. My jug against your guts. If you outlast me, you'll walk away with more than pride. If you falter, well, the bill will sting worse than the hangover. Haggis, do you decide to join her in this drinking contest? This was an amazing idea. My rind has returned to the gutter. Thanks, Tag. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Gary has a well fleshed out fandom because Chad has loved him.
I'll drink you under the table with the tenacity of a drunken leprechaun chasing a rainbow.
Jesus
May the best
Christ.
liver win, and if I lose, I promise the tale of my epic downfall will be worth the bill.
Okay. So the way this is going to work, I guess I should probably tell my keyboard's on. Plug it in, liquor pong. I hope y'all don't hate this that much. Those of you that are lurking in the backgrounds. It's a weird thing we're doing today, but hopefully not too terrible. So the way this works, each of you are going to continue drinking, and on a successful Constitution save, you can continue. If you fail, you gain 1 level of drunkenness, and then you gain disadvantage on checks. The first to fail 3 times loses. This has been fun to watch. I fell asleep. Oh my God, Lady Zelda. Would he be good at drinking or a lightweight because of the hot dog water? I honestly think he might be a lightweight because of the hot dog water. But he does have advantage on one of his checks from pushing Gary on the swing set earlier. So that could play to his advantage. Okay. All right, here we go. All right, so Elsbeth pours you a mug of this mystery ale and pours one herself. Upon drinking this, you feel a level of drunkenness that you have never felt before hit you straight into the soul. This is incredibly strong moonshine. You need to roll a Constitution check of 12 or higher to succeed. All right, so let's do these rolls. We're going to do Haggis's first. You need to roll a 12 or higher. A freaking nat 20? You roll a nat 20 on your first drink, and Elsbeth rolls a 16. Both of you are relatively unharmed by your first drink. What do you say to Elsbeth? Oh, shoot. Hold on. We gotta... I guess Gary's talking. He's watching now. I didn't mean for Gary to talk, but here he is.
Oh, brave Elsbeth, you've found a worthy adversary in Haggis, and I dare say you've met your match in moonshine. I must confess, witnessing this contest is like watching a saga unfold. Each mug a new chapter.
Oh, Lady Zelda, I hope you feel better.
Bravery, and soon to be legendary liver endurance. Let the tavern quake with your spirited display.
Oh my God. Okay. All right, I think I deserve a whiskey for this. I need to be more animated.
Some good-looking meat right there. Mug. I was born for this, lass. Me liver's seen more battles than a warrior's blade. Round 2 it is, and may the strongest mug prevail.
Okay. Okay, Haggis. He knew he wanted to be heard again. So I guess, yeah, because it would make sense that he would come back after finishing his own thing. So this makes sense. Okay. Do we need... Y'all should rate... I wish I could get y'all to rate prompts fast enough for me to read. What in the blue blazes is this devil mess? I guess going for round 2. All right. Elsbeth visibly excited to finally have somebody that can hold their own, pours the second glass, encouraging you to continue drinking as much as you can, because there's no way that you could possibly defeat her in this game. On your second roll, as you swig this down, you roll a 17 and are visibly unaffected by the moonshine she pours. Unfortunately for Elsbeth, Elsbeth rolls a 7 and is starting to look visibly a little bit drunker. What do you say? Oops, did I hit the right button? Right button. There we go. We're good. All I can hear is Ice Age. Who's up for round 2? Who's up for round 2?
The moonshine's got a wee bit more kick than ye reckoned. Hey, lass, but no worries. I'm just warming up. Me liver's got a dance of its own yet. Let's see if you can keep up with old Haggis, or I'll be claiming victory and buying the next round.
I can't believe Haggis is rolling so well for this. He's going to roll like dog water or hot dog water for the rest of them. All right, on the third round, Haggis, you roll a 12 and are affected. You now have disadvantage and are visibly much more drunk than you were just moments ago. And now the bartender rolls, oh no, a 6. She's now at 2 fails, and you are at 1 fail. What do you say? I thought it was a 12. Yeah, but he's actually rolling at a disadvantage is the problem. I should have said that, but she's rolling it at an advantage, and he's
both waltzing now. But dinna worry, a wee bit of sway and never stopped a proper drinker like old Haggis. Next round's on me if you're still standing, lassie.
She rolls at a +2, he rolls at a -2 because of his hot dog water. So he actually rolled a 10 is what I should have said. All right, the bartender now spilling her moonshine over your mugs. This is the 3rd round. Haggis, you roll a 14 and just narrowly escape a drunken stupor, while Elsbeth rolls a 7. You are the victor of the drinking contest. I cannot believe. Actually, I don't know. I can't believe he rolled so freaking well. He was supposed to lose that. Okay. He was supposed to lose that. Interesting.
Aha! Victory's mine, and me liver dances the jig of triumph. Well played, lass. You've given me a run for me gold. But now, let's celebrate with tales and laughter. You've earned the honor of claiming the next toast, whatever it may be.
Oh my god. All right. So, Elsbeth, in a drunken stupor, says, iron guts. Fine then. Take this. Old superstition. Said to keep fear at bay. You'll need it more than me. Haggis, she gives you a charm token, which once a day grants advantage on a roll against fear. Stew made with hot dog water. Been here for a bit. I'm okay. Correct people if I chew. Wait, what happened?
I'll cherish this token like a prized cut of beef. You're a gem, Elsbeth. With this charm, no fear will ever compare to a full moonshine night. To more tales and hearty laughs, may our paths cross over tankards again.
Wait, did he? I'll cherish this token like a prize cut of beef. With this charm, no fear will ever compare to a full moonshine night, to more tales and hearty laughs. All right, Haggis, you now have one opportunity to tell your most grandest tale. They're somehow failing up. I know, right? Like a regular D&D party.
Aye, gather round, for the grand tale of Haggis begins. Picture a brawl in a tavern, flames dancing and singeing me fine trousers, fighting off saltwater pirates with nothing but me peg leg and a bologna pocket square. And as the salty foe
He says bologna.
only their grudging respect I stood victorious. The legend of bologna-fueled bravery.
Okay. All right, then. All right, Haggis and Gary, you both sit down at the bar and continue to drink and talk amongst yourselves. And now back to Bertrand. All right, so we gotta figure out Bertrand. So they got a charm. They should be able to take care of their own inventory. They got a charm and they got a hint so far, so that they're doing pretty good. We got Garen the Gambler up next. That's a new type of bravery. That's a pretty crazy type of bravery, to be fair. It's actually insane. I kind of knew they were going to go to the tavern first. This is the one I have the most fleshed out for various encounters, but all right. Bertrand, as you approach the gambling table, which is in the corner, it's littered with empty mugs, dice, and a small pile of tarnished coins. Garen sits slouched, flushed red with drink, his grin wide enough to split his face. His dice clatter in his palm, as though eager to be rolled. The sound unnaturally loud in the smoky tavern. When you near, he slaps the table with a frothy mug, ale spilling over the rim. Fresh blood, he says. Come sit, come sit. Don't be shy. The night's young, the lady's smiling, and I can feel her favor licking at my fingers. Just one roll, eh? One roll to see if fortune kisses you or claws you. A coin, a trinket, or even just a promise worth keeping. All welcome at my table. All right. Bertrand, what do you decide to do, and what do you wager if you decide to gamble? Licking my fingers. We all have a lot of concerns. It's very concerning, to be fair. The damn bologna pocket square.
The Lady Luck beckons me with her sultry allure, as intoxicating as a ripe camembert. I'll toss my kazoo into the pot, a high-stakes gamble on the melody of fate and lady's delight. Let us see
Not the
if fortune
kazoo.
dances to the tune of my flat-top symphony, or if she clutches us in dark dissonance, smashing.
Why does he end with smashing all the time? I didn't even teach him to do that. It's not my fault. Okay. All right. What is this, then? What'd you just throw on the table? Why is this worthy of a wager? He says to you, Bertrand. Bertrand's eyes can stare into your soul. That's true. They grow up so fast.
It may seem like a wee kazoo, but let me tell you, it holds the untapped power of 1,000 clamorously farty symphonies. Once it's blown, stones sway and souls shiver, reeling under its magnificently dreadful tune. Trust me, it's worth its weight in gold and bourbons.
I guess Haggis. This is weird. Haggis chimed in out of nowhere. He wasn't even in the queue. I can prove this. He was not in the queue. You can see right here, queue DM called Bertrand, and Haggis from the back of the tavern, exclaims that the kazoo is worth its weight in gold and bourbons. Which I guess would be a persuasion check. Because, I mean, the kazoo is valuable, to be fair. We'll roll. The guy is drunk. A 12 or higher convinces this gambler that this is a worthwhile gamble for him. A 7. Although Haggis called from the very front of the bar and tried to convince this gambler of your kazoo's worth, it did not work because he saw how much of that moonshine was drank at the bar. Bertrand, how do you convince this man that the kazoo is in fact a worthwhile gambling investment? Where did the kazoo come from? It's one of his items. He has a kazoo. It's one of his favorite things to make songs with when it's not the butt trumpet. He hasn't used it yet.
My discerning dice devotee, this humble kazoo is imbued with the legendary breath of the cheese god himself. Its notes carry ancient melodies that can charm even the most stubborn dairy, incite joyous riot, or provoke tears from even the coldest cheese wheel. A wager on it is a bet on history, on myth, and on the very divine artistry of noise smashing.
The gambler looks you up and down, Bertrand, and says, prove it. You now have to use your kazoo to serenade the tavern with your mighty skills. What song do you sing? I just want to see if this actually works or not. I want to see what happens. What? Okay.
Play the Ballad of the Bouncing Bratwurst, a rousing melody that'll have sausages dancing and the crowd clapping in rhythm with every mighty note belched from that kazoo. I guarantee even the stoniest hearts will feel a wee jig in their souls. Let's get the whole tavern bouncing like puppets.
Why?
Beef strings.
Oh my God. I swear, I don't know why Haggis is coming in, but we're gonna roll. Haggis only has to roll a 6 or above to convince Bertrand to play the Ballad of the Bouncing Bratwurst. The Ballad of the Bronze. He rolled a 9, just high enough. All right. Bertrand, having heard Haggis's plea for the Ballad of the Bouncing Bratwurst, please serenade us with the Ballad of the Bouncing Bratwurst. I'm not surprised by anything anymore after listening to this.
I shall unleash the Ballad of the Bouncing Bratwurst, a masterpiece of kazoo cacophony. Kazoo! Wah, wah, wah! The Oompa Pa riffs shall send sausages spiraling through the air, dancing like drunken unicorns on a cheddar high, smashing.
Bertrand, please sing us the Ballad of the Bouncing Bratwurst. Will he do it? Oh no. Wait, we need a song.
Oh, the bratwurst bounces, round and true, from skillet to sky in a glorious stew. With a toot and a honk, it leaps in delight. Through the tavern it jiggles, a carnivorous sight. Its casing a melody of sizzling cheer. The bratwurst prances, raising each beer. Join in, ye crowd, to the klaxon refrain of the bratwurst ballad, meat and kazoo in grand campaign smashing.
Smashing! Smashing! Oh, man. hate everything. Okay, Bertrand, if you roll a 13 or higher, you have convinced the gambler the value of the kazoo. You failed. You need to find something else to provide as compensation for this gamble. Haggis, why are you... No!
Fear not me, cheese-cherishing chopstick. I've got a secret slice of bologna, an heirloom among the cured meats, perfect for sealing this deal. Trust in Haggis's meaty fortune, for it foretells a winning hand with each grease-soaked touch.
Christ. Our new anthem. We need this on Spotify. The Bouncing Bratwurst. Ah, yes. The Bouncing Bratwurst.
Ah, Haggis, your Bologna's legendary legacy surely rivals Excalibur's might and the Siren's song. Let's throw this sacred slice into the fray, a true symbol of our meaty confidence and bold bravado. Together, the kazoo and Bologna shall beckon Lady Luck to our side, transforming this gamble into an epic conquest. Smashing!
Oh, boy. All right, so I'm pretty sure they just slung the bologna at the table, which means if they're throwing the bologna, or the bologna, as Haggis likes to say it, onto the table, I think we have to roll to see, because he is drunk, right? He is drunk, which means as he's throwing it, does he throw it too far and just hits the dude in the face with some bologna, or does it land on the table? Obviously not going to be accepted as a worthy value thing. Don't know why they haven't figured that out yet, but I think we got to roll for that. So Haggis, in his drunken stupor, gets up from the bar and throws his bologna onto the table. The problem is, does the bologna hit the gambler in the face, or does it land on the table? What should he roll? All right, I'm letting you all decide. What's the check? Is it a dexterity check? What's the dexterity check that he has to roll for it to not hit the gambler in the face? Or do you just want it to hit the gambler in the face? Sounds like some messed up. The kazoo in Bologna. Base roll a 12. Athletics. Ooh, athletic check of 12. It's just Bologna, right? And he's a meat slinger by trade. It's got to be an athletics check of, let's just say he's drunk. Let's say 10. An athletics check of 10. We can go 15, 12. He's a meat dealer by trade. We'll say 12. We'll say 12. We're edging towards chaos here. Okay. Here we go. Haggis, as you stand up to throw this bologna, you have to succeed an athletics check of 12 or higher to not hit the dice dealer in the face, as you are slinging it quite far, and you roll a 9, slinging the bologna across the tavern, squarely onto the face of the gambler. What do you do? $12 with disadvantage. I think that would be right, yeah.
Ah, apologies, mate. Think of it as a free facial, a Bologna blessing from the legendary Haggis. If ye wear it with pride, Lady Luck might just fancy a kiss for your troubles.
Not a free facial. A free freaking facial. Oh, why is Gary? Oh, Gary's chiming in.
Oh dear, a Bologna blessing indeed. Consider it a fragrant token of our meaty camaraderie. Allow me to sprinkle a little fairy pickup line charm to smooth things over. Darling, you wear that slice like a warrior's crown, truly a vision of delectable elegance. Let's toast to your newfound Bologna nobility and confident luck.
Why is Gary using all of his skills? They're only allowed to use these skills so many times in the campaign, and he's just blowing his fairy load right off the bat. He's just going to town. All right, so Gary just used the skill. This is called the fairy pickup line. He attempts to charm a creature with raw, cringe-inducing sex appeal. On fail, Gary takes 1d4 physical damage from shame and sulks dramatically. He's got to roll a 15 or higher on this one. He's got to roll a 15 or higher. Gary, for you to succeed on this fairy pickup line, you need to roll a 15 or higher. You roll a freaking 15! What is your most glorious pickup line to seduce the gambler? I cannot believe that. Okay. I'm gonna head off and get ready for bed. Just have a wonderful night.
It's only 8. Divine charm upon you now. If the gods carved a face from sausage and moonshine, how could any lady resist? Faint hearts ne'er won fair maidens.
I don't know why Haggis always has to talk. He's drunk, I guess. That makes sense. Why, Gary? Why?
Oh, my savory sovereign of chance. You wear that Bologna with an aura of irresistible
They all say
allure.
Bologna.
Truly, the stars themselves envy your succulent charisma. How about rolling those dice and letting fortune feast upon your captivating presence while I shower you with sparkles fit for a meaty monarch? Let's make this a gamble for the ages, darling, where even luck bows to your delectable reign.
Swoons. Swoons. Oh my god. Okay. Gary, now having taken over as the gambler of the night, you now have to roll against this person. And if you win the roll, then you win. If you lose the roll, he's asked for your pants.
Oh, the stakes are higher than a fairy on pixie sticks. May the dice gods favor my bedazzled shorts. I blow a glittery kiss to my lucky stars and offer a cheeky wee as I prepare to roll. Let's see if fortune craves my sparkling prowess or my scantily clad posterior.
All right, so we now have to roll. So they have to roll a d20, and whoever rolls higher wins. We're going to roll a d20. We're going to roll the gambler's one first, because y'all still haven't asked for his name, because you're rude. The gambler rolls a 9, and Gary, you roll a 12. Gary, you have won the first round. Ooh. They collect 1d10 from the pot, so we gotta roll that.
Oh, the glittering taste of victory dances upon my tongue, sweet as a fairy's first cup of wine. I wink at our dear Bologna-bedecked gambler while I offer a toast to our whimsical game. Let us revel in fortune's favor tonight, my captivating companion. More rounds and revelry await, sparkling with possibility.
9. We'll do 9. Gary, you won 9 gold coins from that first bet. Make sure to add them to your inventory. Would you like to bet coins again and continue gambling?
Why, of course, darling. The night is young and glittered with enticing possibilities. Let's toss.
He has advantage, doesn't he? He does.
Gold into the arena. May the dice gods bless my luck with the sparkly embrace of victory once more.
All right. Gary, how much gold would you like to gamble?
Let's double the glittering stakes and wager 6 of those shiny coins. Fortune surely favors the bold and fabulously daring. With a sprinkle of fairy charm, I humbly invite Lady Luck to guide my hand once again. Let the dice roll and the sparkling suspense unfold.
All right, let's go ahead and roll again. So Gary rolled an 8. Now we can do, well, we'll see if he wants to roll at advantage this time, because he can burn it. So Gary rolled an 8 and a freaking 2. There's a little bit of a secret here. We're gonna roll that again. Okay. Gary, you rolled an 8, but also I need you to roll an investigation check. Because what you thought you saw on the table of being a very low number suddenly turned to a 17 for the gambler. You're going to roll an investigation check. If you roll a 12 or higher, you notice it. If not, you don't. You rolled a 13 and you notice something amiss with the gambler's dice rolls. Also, why is... Have my dude bros not been talking right? Why is Bertrand broken? Y'all didn't tell me Bertrand was broken the whole time. There we go.
Oh, darling, it seems the dice have a touch of the whimsical about them, like dancing fairies performing sleight of hand. Perhaps a little friendly charm will entice our dear gambler into sharing the secret of his magical dice trickery. After all, we wizards do so adore a bit of mischief, especially when it dazzles as brightly as this.
Okay. Gary, what do you say to the gambler, Garen, about what you've seen with the dice? Is my chat broken? Key, what's going on? What it do? What it do?
Oh, my dear Garen, it appears your dice have their own little magics, playing tricks like pixies after a merry tipple. Might you share the secret dance of their enchantment? I find myself utterly charmed by a fellow mischievous spirit who appreciates sparkly artistry in the game of chance.
Oh my god. All right, so Garen laughs nervously and offers a consolation, a half-burned parchment scrap. And it reads, miners bang the mountain, and it answers back, fire under ice, chained and angry. Gary, what do you think about this? Leno, what's going on? What it do? Key, do you like D&D and keyboards?
Oh, what a tantalizing morsel of mystery this is. Fire under ice, how it tickles my fairy whiskers with thoughts of boundless mischief and unexplored treasures. I shall pocket this cryptic delight, for there's nothing quite as exciting as unlocking secrets wrapped in warmth and frost.
Jesus Christ. All right, so Gary, you have won 6 gold coins. And Garen says, aye, she kissed you good and true. Don't get used to it, though. Fortune's a fickle wench. Spend it quick before she remembers. Now, Haggis, Gary, and Bertrand, you both return to the bar and continue drinking. We'll let them talk a little bit and see what happens. Best Monday ever. I don't play in D&D, but I love to watch people play, especially when Gary's involved. Hell yeah. Gary's a champion.
Hey, looks like Lady Luck's graced us like syrup on a hotcake. Hey, Gary, with gold in pocket and moonshine in our veins, this night's as grand as a cow wearing Sunday best. Let's drink to the tales we'll tell tomorrow. Tales hog-tied between truth and the wild, wide world of wondrous fibs.
All right, let them all talk, and then we'll queue up the next scenario. Anything with Gary's an insta 10 out of 10.
Oh, indeed, dearest Haggis. With
Still here just in lurk mode?
Like fairy dust and ale flowing like the tunes of a seductive bard, let us revel in the sparkly chaos of the night. May our stories and songs fill this tavern with joy and mischief long into the glittering dawn.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so they're gonna sleep for the night at the tavern. We're letting Bertrand say his thing for the night. Bertrand kind of got cucked. He didn't get to even gamble.
Ah, my illustrious partners in inebriation, let us toast to the grand absurdity of our merry misadventures. With moonshine slick bravado and coins jingling like a jester's bells, we forge legends hotter than molten brie on a summer's day. To revelry, riot, and the raucous refrain of smelly cheese ballads. Smashing.
Smashing indeed. Somehow they avoided a fight. I don't even know how. Don't know how they avoided a bar brawl. They didn't burn the place to the ground, which I'm actually really surprised about. But all right. Bertrand, Haggis, and Gary, you all sleep through the night and wake up in the morning, and upon leaving the tavern, you see 3 roads ahead of you. The road north curls into a sprawl of wagons and tents, their firelight flickering against the dark. A crossroads where merchants, mercenaries, and thieves ply their trade. The road east climbs toward a crumbling shrine where bells toll endlessly into the night, though no wind stirs the air. And the road northeast slopes down into a pale plain where a frozen river groans hollow beneath the weight of the world. Where do you go? Discuss it. Oh shit. The road east climbs towards a crumbling shrine where the bells toll endlessly into the night, though no wind stirs the air. The road northeast slopes down into a pale plain where a frozen river groans hollow beneath the weight of the world. Discuss amongst yourselves where you should go. They failed up. They definitely failed up for sure. We're probably going to stop here. Unless we can keep going, but there's a lot more to go through.
Bells tolling without a breeze, fair give me the shudders. Ain't nothing good from ghostly chimes in a crumble. The crossroads, though, well, that smells ripe for a wee bit of adventure and maybe some free meat from some unsuspecting stalls. I say we head to the wagons and tents. Might be some tales to spin and pockets to jingle with our newfound gold.
Okay. So Haggis wants to go to the crossroads. Bertrand and Gary, where would you like to go? Let's keep this train wreck going. Let's play a video game. I do want to play a video game though tonight too.
Oh, the tantalizing dance of the crossroads beckons with a promise of mischief and mayhem. A symphony of merchants and rogues sounds perfectly divine, full of stories to weave, pockets to pick, and perhaps a flirtatious wink or two. Let us prance toward the wagons and tents, where adventure waits, beneath the sparkle of commerce and chaos.
Bertrand, two of your companions want to go to the crossroads. You have two other options. Is that where you actually want to go? Oh, shoot. Gary wants to talk now. I keep thinking he's you.
Trend, the allure of the crossroads is calling like a sultry siren. With mischief in our hearts and gold jingling like sweet music, let's dive into the chaos and uncover treasures, tales, and tantalizing surprises aplenty. Join us, and together we'll paint the wagons with laughter and adventure.
Jesus. Don't do it, Bertrand. Come on. There's two other options, Bertrand. I wonder if they're all...
the crossroads. A delicious smorgasbord of intrigue, like a platter of assorted goudas begging to be devoured. Let us stomp forth into this lively tapestry of commerce and chaos, where every wagon whispers secrets and every tent hides a potential cheese wheel brawl. Adventure awaits, and I smell destiny seasoned with a side of cheddar daring smashing.
Smashing, he says. Smashing indeed. Craziness. Absolutely ridiculous. All right, so we have left off with them going to the crossroads. What did y'all actually think about this? How weird and terrible was it? I need to play more Horse Girl, but we can do that later, I guess. We can stop here, because we're already at, what, 2.5 hours? I love it. This was awesome. I wish I was just more prepared with, like, the maps and stuff, but this was great. So bizarre, I could not look away. Well, I caught a little bit, but it was hilarious. 69 out of 10. Oh, the wonderful and weird. All right, let's do some Red Dead. So I'll set up a new stream. I'm interested to see. I'm kind of hesitant to stream more, only because I'm worried about copyright with the music that I chose. It did say non-copyright, but I definitely heard one or two things within there that was arguable. Otherwise, I would keep going with it tonight, but I want to see how many copyright hits I get. I'm pretty sure I just streamed for free for 2 hours after an entire week's worth of work. That's the way the cookie crumbles is fine. So we're gonna go stream some Red Dead, and then we'll be on Twitch after that if I'm still alive. I thought Tag was talking in a weird voice. It is my voice that is based off of. Let me set that stream up real quick, and y'all will be forwarded directly to it. Tradition. 8, 5. Hunt. Schedule that. And what we'll do is we'll move directly over to that to anybody that wants to join in. Thank you all so much, by the way. I know this was like completely off the rails, something that traditionally wouldn't be on this channel. I was gonna only do it on Twitch, and then I spent way too much time on it recently, and I was like, you know what, I gotta share this. I got to share it. We're going to be moving over directly to Red Dead right now. You should be auto redirected to that stream. If not, here is the link for it. Just give me a second. Give it a second. It will auto redirect you.